Hello everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Chat. And I have just seen the 2-episode premiere of Ahsoka, and oh my god, that show is, that's going to put Star Wars back where it needs to be. So, this will be a non-spoiler review of the 2-episode premiere of Ahsoka. So if you haven't seen Ahsoka already, don't worry, don't panic, just watch this video. But I highly recommend you watching these first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, because they are honestly the best out of Disney Star Wars that we have seen so far. So enough me whittling on, let's jump into it. So, the opening crawl is back, but not how you think it is back. So remember back to, let's say episode 3, Revenge of the Sith opening title crawl, where and all that. I don't want to sing because I get copyright struck. But that is back, but they've changed it. So from the classical yellow lettering, they've gone to red, which I think is a really, really good choice, because then it has that sinister look and feel to it. And wow, and it's just, it felt like Star Wars, honestly. So, Baylan Skoff, oh my god, he absolutely blew me away. I think he's going to be my favourite character in this show, because literally as he appeared on screen on a New Republic ship, oh my god, I had chills. And when he activated his lightsaber, he looked like Darth Vader, honestly. Like, the hallway scene, killing every New Republic security guard in his way, like that was I got chills watching that. And I just saw Vader in his character. He may not be the similar character to Anakin and to Darth Vader, but he had that presence, that big, strong presence of the dark side. And his apprentice, Shin Hati, oh wow, she did a really good performance. And when I first saw her activate her lightsaber and just go to town on New Republic soldiers, wow, I was sold. And every time she just didn't say anything, she was just looking menacingly, I was terrified of her, to be honest. And that's really good acting on her part. So, oh man, that opening scene was just, it felt like the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy coming together and making this show be the best it is. So, that's the opening scene of Ahsoka done with. And now, Ahsoka Tano in this show. Yeah. There were times where I felt like Ahsoka was being a bit too much like this tunnel visual mindset of a person where it's like, no, this is my way. Someone's not doing this, someone's doing that, so I'm just going to, just go right, whatever. That I felt was a little bit weird for Ahsoka's character, especially. But I liked Rosario Dawson's performance in the role of Ahsoka Tano in the show, because she's had she's had previous appearances as the character in Mando Season 2 and Book of Boba Fett. Sabine Wren. Yes. She is amazing in this show. Like, there was no hints of her being a Force user, which was really good. That was one of my things in my previous video, what I wanted from the show. And she just knocked out the park. Like when she was facing off against assassin droids. Wow. she really just was in killer mode. And she struggled to defeat them, which is good because that way she's not as strong as a Jedi. You know, a Jedi would just completely obliterate assassin droids. But Sabine actually struggled. There was actual struggle within that fight scene. Wow, Dave Filoni, you have done us proud so far. And mind you, I'm just talking about episode 1 of the show. This show has more interesting plot points than Andor, than Obi-Wan Kenobi. Dare I say, even Mandalorian. You know, this is really good. Unfortunately, we didn't see or hear Hayden in episode 1, which was fair enough. I understand why they didn't want to put Anakin in the first episode straight away of the show. But hopefully he pops up for a cameo, or for a cameo that makes sense to the plot of the show. So, wow, it's so difficult to not talk about the spoilers because the spoilers really are integrated within the plot. When you're talking about a non-spoiler review, you've got to be careful with what you say. Ezra Bridger did make an appearance in the first episode via a pre-recorded hologram that Sabine was watching. That was good, but I haven't really seen Rebels yet, so I didn't have that kind of like, wow, oh my god, that was good. I was just kind of, okay, yeah, cool, Ezra's there, and he's, you know, Sabine is missing Ezra since the Battle of the Fall. So, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera Syndulla in both episodes, she was really good. She really pulled off that role of being a general within the New Republic and being in charge and just leading any scene that she's in, which, you know, and she plays off really well with Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. And yeah, perfect casting, I think, from Dave's part. So episode 2, wow, it picks up straight after from where we left off. But I have one little gripe. In both episodes, they talk about how Ahsoka and Sabine were separated because of something that happened during Sabine's time training with Ahsoka to be a Jedi. That I hope that they explore that more and reveal why why Ahsoka walked away from Sabine. Because they kept mentioning it, and I was thinking, what happened between them? What actually happened? But let's talk about episode 2. Episode 2 explored more about how not everything is as it seems, and people's beliefs and loyalties and where those loyalties and beliefs actually lie. Because Ahsoka and Hera travel to Corellia, and you see dismantled Imperial Star Destroyers, which I was like, wow, that was really good to see, because that way it's world building, it's setting up the new galaxy that this show is set in after Return of the Jedi. And yeah, it had, as soon as they landed and were exploring the planet, it had this eerie, uneaseful environment and feel to the planet as they were, you know, interacting with the workers there on Corellia. And the plot twist of those workers actually being Imperial remnants, loyalists, that really got the action going. Because then soon after you see the Sith Inquisitor turn up stop, in Ahsoka's way. And you see the second lightsaber duel in this premiere. Wow. The fight scenes, the lightsaber fights are really good. They're not all flashy whoa like the previous one, which were really good, they were amazing. But in this show, the lightsaber duels, they were kind of like bang, but you really felt the hits, which I think is a really good way of doing lightsaber fights. So the audience actually feels like the lightsabers clashing and really giving it their all. But I have a theory about who this Sith Inquisitor is, who is masked, all in black. Some people are thinking it is Ezra Bridger, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, I can see that, but if it's Ezra, they've got to explain how and why Ezra, or how Ezra got out of the unknown regions, and why Ezra is turning to the dark side. But the theory that makes the most amount of sense is that this Sith Inquisitor is Barriss Offee, because in an interview, one of the creators for the show said that Ahsoka will face her past, and in her past, Barriss Offee betrayed Ahsoka Tano when Barriss did a terrorist attack on the Jedi Temple, showing that the Jedi really lost their way and have become war-hungry warriors. I think, that Sith Inquisitor is Barriss. If it's not Barriss and it's somebody else, I'll be like, they've missed a shot there. But hopefully it is Barriss. Fingers crossed. Wow, this show, it blew me away. It really blew me away. It felt like Star Wars, it really did. It's one of the best shows that Disney has ever put out in a not in a long time, but this show really did stamp its mark on Disney's Star Wars. So, hopefully you guys have enjoyed my review of this 2-episode premiere. If I had to rank both episodes, I would rank episode 1 as a 9 out of 10. It was really good, but it could have shown a little bit of Sabine and Ahsoka's training from the past, and just putting those subtle hints of Ahsoka wanting to leave Sabine. Episode 2, I would give it an 8 out of 10. It wasn't as good as episode 1, but it had that consistent hype and feel to it. It had that consistent world building as well, which George Lucas does very well at in the 6 Star Wars films. So, that's my non-spoiler review. The spoiler review will be coming very soon, I promise you that. Like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out a massive deal. You don't know how much it helps. And may the Force be with you.